Imagine living your life believing that every setback, every challenge, wasn't a roadblock but a stepping stone to something greater. It might sound like another motivational quote you'd scroll past on social media, but this idea is rooted in an ancient philosophy that has guided people for centuries. This isn't just about feeling better, it's about a way of thinking that can transform how you live. I'm talking about Stoicism, a philosophy that doesn't just teach us to endure hardships, but to embrace them, turning struggles into strengths. Stoicism offers tools to handle life's battles with courage and resilience. It's not just about surviving tough times, it's about thriving in them. Think about the moments in life when you felt overwhelmed, a personal loss, a career setback, or simply the chaos of daily life. What if you could face those situations with a sense of calm and purpose? Stoic teachings show us that the key to fulfillment doesn't lie in changing our circumstances, but in changing how we respond to them. The Stoics believed that obstacles are not our enemies, but opportunities for growth. Every challenge, big or small, can teach us something valuable. It's not about avoiding pain or struggle, but learning to see them as part of life's journey. When we shift our mindset, we discover that even the hardest moments can lead to personal evolution. So, how do we put Stoicism into practice? It starts with intentional living, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. It's about acting with integrity, staying true to your values, and finding purpose in every action, no matter how small. If you've ever felt like life is an uphill battle, Stoicism offers a map to peace in the storm. It teaches us to face adversity with strength and grace, showing us that our greatest challenges can become our greatest victories. Join me as we dive into this life-changing philosophy. Together, we'll explore how to turn setbacks into stepping stones, live with intention, and build an unshakable spirit. Let's embrace the obstacles in our path and use them to grow into our fullest potential. Hit subscribe, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. Every moment is crafted to inspire and empower you. You won't want to miss it. Challenge your limits. Ask yourself, why not? Have you ever caught yourself settling for less than you know you're capable of? It's something many of us do, coasting through life without questioning the boundaries we've set for ourselves. But what if, instead of accepting those limits, you paused and asked, why not? This small question carries big power. It can break through the fear, doubt, and comfort zones that hold us back. Let's bring in some Stoic wisdom to see how this mindset can transform our approach to life. The Stoics weren't passive people who let life happen to them. They were deeply intentional, always questioning their actions, decisions, and purpose. Their focus was on growth and living in alignment with their values. When faced with a challenge or a tough decision, a Stoic wouldn't shrink back. They'd ask, why not choose the path that makes me better? This isn't about taking reckless risks or chasing every opportunity without thought. It's about making deliberate choices that push you toward becoming the best version of yourself. The next time you hesitate, whether it's about chasing a new dream, starting a project, or stepping outside your comfort zone, stop and ask yourself, why not? But here's the catch. This question isn't just for external challenges. It's also for the battles within. When self-doubt creeps in, when the fear of failure whispers in your ear, or when the comfort of staying the same feels too tempting, asking why not can be the spark you need to keep moving forward. It's a reminder that the only limits are the ones you accept. The great Stoics, from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca, didn't settle for easy lives. They faced struggles head-on, seeing them as chances to grow in strength, courage, and wisdom. They didn't aim for comfort. They aimed for excellence. When you ask yourself, why not? You're choosing to step into the arena of life, ready to face its challenges with resilience. You're telling yourself that you're capable of more, that you can rise above mediocrity and embrace your full potential. So, the next time hesitation or fear tries to hold you back, remember, you have the power to change the story. Push past your limits. Embrace the Stoic mindset. Ask yourself, why not? And see just how far your courage and determination can take you. Be obsessed with getting better. In Stoicism, there's a powerful idea called prohairesis, the belief in constant, steady progress. The Stoics didn't strive for perfection. They focused on improvement. They put their energy into what they could control, their actions, their values, and how they responded to life's challenges. This mindset is what I want you to embrace. A relentless commitment to getting better. Improvement is at the core of everything meaningful. Whether it's building skills, strengthening relationships, or finding inner peace, growth gives life its depth and purpose. When you're dedicated to improving yourself, you align with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery. You're not doing it for applause or recognition, but because it reflects your true values and potential. But let's be clear, being obsessed with growth doesn't mean being harsh or unforgiving with yourself. It's about having a kind, steady dedication to becoming better. Celebrate the small wins along the way, but never lose your hunger for progress. And when setbacks come, and they will, view them through a Stoic lens, not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. So, how do you make this commitment to improvement a way of life? Set clear goals. Focus on goals that truly matter to you, ones that align with your core values and aspirations. Reflect daily. At the end of each day, ask yourself how your actions supported your growth. What worked? What can improve? Embrace challenges. See obstacles as chances to test your limits and discover new strengths. Stay curious. Be open-minded, ready to adapt, and willing to refine your approach as you learn. The journey of self-improvement doesn't have a finish line. There's always more to learn, another skill to develop, and new ways to grow. And in this never-ending process, we find joy and fulfillment. Not in reaching a destination, but in the climb itself. So, let's make improvement a way of life. Let's celebrate progress, not perfection, and encourage each other to reach new heights. Together, we can build a life filled with purpose, passion, and an unstoppable drive to grow. Pour your heart into it. The Stoics were known for their resilience and unshakable commitment to their principles. When they decided to act, they gave their all, not for praise or recognition, but because full dedication is the core of a meaningful life. They believe that the true value of our actions isn't measured by the outcomes we achieve, but by how deeply we commit to the process. To pour your heart into something means focusing your energy, attention, and effort on what truly matters. It's about waking up each day determined not to drift through life on autopilot, but to actively shape your future with your decisions and actions. It's not just about dreaming big. It's about taking bold, deliberate steps toward those dreams, even when the path is uncertain or difficult. But here's what's important. Giving it your all isn't just about what you do. It's about how you do it. It's about approaching everything in life with sincerity, passion, and integrity. Whether you're working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on your personal growth, being fully present and engaged is key. Life will always throw challenges your way, but obstacles are not meant to defeat you. They're opportunities to grow stronger. When adversity strikes, it's about showing courage, tapping into your inner strength, and continuing forward with resilience. The Stoics teach us that it's not the external challenges we face, but our response to them that defines who we are. So, how do you start living this way? Begin by identifying what truly matters to you. What are your core values? What goals ignite your passion? What are the pursuits that give your life meaning? Once you have clarity, commit yourself fully to these priorities. Set high standards for yourself, not because you feel obligated to meet them, but because you are inspired by a genuine desire to live a full and authentic life. When you pour your heart into your actions, you bring purpose to every moment. This doesn't mean perfection. It means giving your best effort, even when the results are uncertain. Remember, this level of commitment is not a one-time act. It's a daily choice, a way of life. Each day, in every decision, you have the opportunity to reaffirm your dedication to your values and goals. Over time, this consistent effort will not only move you closer to your dreams, but also provide a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. As you walk this path, know that you're not alone. Support and inspiration come from those who share your journey, people who are also striving to give their best and live with passion and purpose. Together, we can encourage one another to push beyond our limits and leave behind a legacy of excellence and virtue. In the end, it's not just about what we accomplish, it's about the person we become in the process. When you pour your heart into life, you create a story worth telling, a life worth living, and a legacy that endures. Stay on your path. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Temptations pull us in every direction, and it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But here's the truth. When you stay committed to your path, despite the chaos around you, you make a powerful choice. You honor your journey, your values, and ultimately, yourself. The Stoics knew how easily life's distractions could lead us astray. Yet they believed in the strength of staying focused on their principles and purpose. For them, staying on their path wasn't just about achieving personal goals, it was about living with integrity and staying true to their character. So, what does it mean for you to stay on your path? It means knowing your direction, being clear about what matters most to you, and committing to the person you want to become. Your path is your North Star, guiding you even when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. But let's be realistic. Staying on your path doesn't mean being rigid. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will come your way. Part of staying true to your journey is learning to adapt. When storms arise, adjust your sails, but always make sure your adjustments align with your core values and ultimate vision. How do you stay on your path in a world full of distractions? Know your values. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Write down your values, goals, and vision for your life. These are your compass. Revisit them often to stay grounded. Practice discipline. Make decisions that align with your path, even when they're hard or unpopular. Staying disciplined helps you stay true to your long-term purpose. Embrace challenges. Obstacles are inevitable. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as opportunities to grow stronger and recommit to your journey. Be adaptable. Flexibility is key. Life will throw curveballs, but as long as you stay anchored in your values, you can adjust your course without losing sight of your destination. Staying on your path is a daily commitment. It's about choosing moment by moment to honor your journey and make decisions that reflect your truest self. When you remain steadfast, you build resilience, deepen your sense of purpose, and move closer to the life you envision. Remember, the journey itself is what shapes you. By staying on your path, you grow into the person you were meant to be, no matter how rough the road may get. Keep going. You're stronger than you think, and your path is worth it. Don't focus on outcomes. We're often told to focus on results, to measure success by the goals we achieve or the rewards we gain. But what if true freedom and power came from letting go of this obsession with outcomes? This is where Stoicism offers us a transformative perspective, reminding us to focus on what we can control and release what lies beyond our reach. The Stoics teach that life is divided into two realms: the things we can control and the things we cannot. Our efforts, intentions, and attitudes fall squarely within our control. Outcomes, however, often depend on external factors, things like timing, other people's actions, or sheer luck. When we fixate on results, we open ourselves to frustration, disappointment, and even despair, because we're attaching our happiness to something we cannot fully command. So, What does it mean to let go of outcomes? It means committing wholeheartedly to the process. Whatever the task, whether it's a work project, a fitness goal, or a relationship, pour your energy into it with passion and focus. Engage fully with the steps involved and embrace the lessons and challenges along the way. Instead of obsessing over how things will turn out, trust that your best effort is enough. Imagine the freedom of working not for external rewards, but for the sake of the work itself. When you shift your focus to the effort, you discover a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. You're no longer chasing validation or recognition. Instead, you're finding fulfillment in the act of doing. This is at the heart of Stoic wisdom, finding satisfaction in the journey, not just the destination. To be clear, letting go of outcomes doesn't mean you stop striving for excellence. It's not about abandoning goals or ignoring success. Instead, it's about redefining success. For the Stoics, success was not about winning or losing. It was about acting with integrity, courage, and commitment. It was about growing as a person, regardless of the external results. How can you begin to apply this mindset in your life? Reflect on your values. Think about the kind of person you want to be. What traits do you admire? What principles guide you? Use these as your foundation. Set meaningful goals. Instead of focusing on rewards or recognition, set goals that align with your values. Aim to grow, learn, and act with purpose. Focus on effort, not results. When you start to feel anxious about an outcome, remind yourself of what's truly in your control. Redirect your energy to your efforts and your mindset. Celebrate the process. Take pride in showing up, trying your best, and staying true to your values. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. By letting go of the need to control every result, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and disappointment. You focus on living with purpose rather than chasing fleeting rewards. And in the end, it's not the outcomes, but the person you become through your efforts that truly matters. You attract what you embody. Imagine your life as a mirror, reflecting not only the energy you put out into the world, but also the values and traits you carry within. If your inner world is filled with negativity, fear, or resentment, these emotions will spill into your interactions and experiences. On the other hand, when you nurture kindness, resilience, and integrity, these virtues naturally shape your life, drawing in positivity and meaningful connections. The Stoics believed that the foundation of a good life is a strong and virtuous character. They taught that while you can't control the world around you, you can control how you show up in it. By focusing on being your best self, you create a life that reflects these qualities. It's not magic. It's a principle of alignment. The way you think, act, and approach life influences the experiences and relationships you attract. So, how can you embody this principle in your everyday life? First, practice self-reflection. Take time regularly to examine your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Are they aligned with the person you want to be? Notice areas where fear, anger, or negativity may be holding you back, and think about how you can approach these situations differently. Second, cultivate virtues that resonate with your values. For example, if courage is important to you, practice facing your fears step by step. If compassion is a value you admire, look for ways to be kind and understanding toward others, even in difficult moments. This isn't about striving for perfection. No one gets it right all the time. What matters is your awareness and your commitment to growth. When you make mistakes, use them as opportunities to learn. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, just as you would be with a friend who's trying their best. When you focus on improving your inner world, you'll start to notice changes in your outer world. You'll respond to challenges with more grace, connect with people who share your values, and find joy in the process of becoming your best self. The Stoics remind us that while we can't control what happens to us, we can always control who we choose to be. When you embody your highest values, you send out a powerful message to the world, and the world responds in kind. By aligning your actions, thoughts, and values, you create a life that reflects the very best of who you are. Embrace the challenge. Obstacles are an inevitable part of life. From small inconveniences to life-altering setbacks, challenges test us in ways we often wish to avoid. It's natural to feel frustration or discouragement when difficulties arise. But what if, instead of resisting, we embrace these obstacles as opportunities? That's the core of this powerful Stoic principle. The Stoics didn't deny the pain and difficulty that challenges bring. They acknowledged the struggle but believed every obstacle carries a hidden gift, a chance to grow, learn, and transform. What defines us isn't the challenge itself, but how we respond to it. By viewing obstacles as stepping stones, we shift from being powerless victims to active, empowered individuals. When a challenge appears, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? Shifting your focus from frustration to curiosity transforms the obstacle into an opportunity. Every difficulty has the potential to teach you patience, resilience, or a new skill. Instead of avoiding challenges, face them head on. Recognize that the most rewarding paths often require effort and persistence. Each struggle you overcome strengthens your character and builds your story. The mountain you climb today becomes the foundation of your courage tomorrow. Obstacles often require us to think differently or try new approaches. Whether it's finding innovative solutions or learning to adapt, these moments push you beyond your comfort zone. In overcoming challenges, you discover strengths and abilities you didn't know you had. Even when an obstacle feels overwhelming, look for the growth it enables. Hardships often teach life's most profound lessons. Gratitude for these experiences doesn't mean ignoring the pain, but appreciating the transformation they bring. Life's challenges shape who we are. The twists and turns, the moments of doubt, and the triumphs all contribute to your personal evolution. By seeing obstacles as part of the journey rather than interruptions, you develop patience and resilience. In the words of the Stoics, the obstacle is the way. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to practice virtues like courage, adaptability, and determination. By embracing this mindset, you'll not only overcome the hurdles in your path, but also become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Do what little you can. In life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of our goals and the challenges we face. It can make us wonder, what difference can my small actions really make? The answer is simple. Every big accomplishment is made up of countless small actions, each contributing to the whole. The Stoics understood that we can't control the grand outcomes of our efforts, but we do control the choices we make in each moment. They teach us to focus on what's right and necessary now, not to be paralyzed by the size of the task or fixated on distant goals. The idea of doing what little you can is a reminder that no action is too small to matter. It encourages us to engage with life, even when our contributions seem modest. Instead of letting the enormity of a task stop us, we're encouraged to focus on what we can do today, no matter how small it may seem. This practice is about making consistent, persistent efforts. Each small step is a building block that brings us closer to our larger goals. To live by this principle, start by breaking down your larger ambitions into manageable steps. Focus on what you can do today, even if it's just one small action. The key is consistency, not the size of the action. Each effort, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to the bigger picture. This mindset shifts our attention from the end result to the process itself, teaching us to find meaning and fulfillment in the journey. When we focus on doing what little we can, we become more present and effective, appreciating the small victories along the way. Adopting this philosophy helps cultivate humility and resilience. It reminds us that while we are not all powerful, our actions still have an impact. We learn to be resourceful, to adapt, and to persevere, even when progress is slow or hard to see. Life's challenges may seem large, but by focusing on the small daily steps we can take, we build momentum and gradually move toward our goals. Redefining success. In a world where success is often equated with money, status, or social media fame, it's easy to forget what truly matters. But what if we took a step back and reassessed our definition of success? The Stoics offer a refreshing perspective. They teach us that real success isn't about acquiring material things or impressing others. Instead, it's about building strong character, living authentically, and fulfilling our roles as human beings. For the Stoics, success is about being honest, courageous, and wise, no matter our circumstances. This view of success is empowering because it puts the power in our hands. We can't control the economy, other people's opinions, or even the job market, but we can always control our own actions and virtues. Our worth isn't tied to external factors, but to the way we live and grow from within. To change our definition of success, we must begin with introspection. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What kind of person do you want to be? Think about the qualities you admire in others and how you can develop those in yourself. Align your goals with these values and focus on your personal growth rather than external achievements. Redefining success also means learning to appreciate the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate your efforts, resilience, and progress, even if the rewards aren't immediate. Success, according to Stoicism, is as much about how you handle challenges and setbacks as it is about reaching your goals. It's about maintaining integrity and calmness regardless of what's happening around you. When you change your definition of success, you'll likely find more fulfillment and happiness. Without the constant chase for external validation, you'll be free to focus on what truly brings you joy. Pursuing virtue and engaging meaningfully with the world will become far more rewarding than any external achievement. Breaking free from the need for approval. In today's world, there's an overwhelming pressure to seek approval from others. Whether it's social media likes, praise from colleagues, or validation from friends, we can easily lose sight of our true values in the quest to be liked. But Stoicism offers a powerful solution, reminding us that our worth and decisions should be based on our own principles, not the changing opinions of others. The Stoics teach that seeking approval from others can become a form of self-imprisonment. We begin to live according to the judgments and whims of others, allowing their opinions to control our actions and even our self-esteem. This can leave us feeling ungrounded and untrue to ourselves. However, when we free ourselves from the need for external validation, we experience a deeper sense of freedom and authenticity. We can then make choices based on our own values and beliefs, regardless of whether those choices lead to popularity or praise. So how can we start detaching ourselves from the need to be liked? The first step is to develop a strong sense of self-awareness. We need to understand our motivations and be able to distinguish between actions driven by a desire for approval and actions that come from within, based on our true selves. This requires honesty and introspection, but it is essential if we want to live authentically and fulfill our potential. Next, we need to build confidence in our own judgment. Stoics emphasize the importance of reason in guiding our actions. When we trust our reasoning and align our actions with our convictions, we can stand firm in our decisions, even when they may be unpopular or misunderstood. We no longer need the approval of others because our actions are grounded in our deepest principles, not in the approval of the crowd. It's also important to embrace the idea that it's not only okay to not be liked by everyone, it's inevitable. We are all unique individuals with our own values, beliefs, and perspectives. And trying to please everyone would mean constantly changing and adapting to meet others' expectations. This can cause us to lose our sense of self. Instead, when we focus on being authentic and true to who we are, we naturally attract the right kinds of relationships, those based on genuine respect and shared values. Even when we face criticism or rejection, we can find peace in knowing that we are living with integrity. As the Stoics would put it, living according to our principles is the path to true freedom. By removing the need for external validation, we open up the possibility of living a life that is truly our own. This sense of authenticity leads to fulfillment, as we no longer need to mold ourselves to fit others' expectations. Instead, we stand firm in our beliefs and actions, creating a life that reflects our true selves. Mastering the art of saying no. In a world filled with constant distractions and demands on our time, learning to say no is an essential skill. It's not just about turning down things we don't want to do. It's about affirming our priorities, values, and our autonomy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters and is within our control. Sometimes this means saying no to requests, opportunities, or demands that don't align with our core values. The Stoics believed in living in accordance with nature, which included recognizing and respecting our limits. They understood that our time and energy are limited, and we must be careful with how we spend them. Saying no, then, becomes a way of ensuring that we dedicate ourselves to what is truly meaningful and beneficial, rather than just reacting to what's urgent or what others ask of us. However, saying no can be difficult. It requires courage, especially in a society that often pushes us to please others. We may fear missing out or disappointing people. But the Stoic approach reminds us to value our own judgment and make decisions based on reason and virtue, not fear or social pressure. When we say no with calm conviction, we are not just turning down an offer. We are making a strong statement about our priorities and our commitment to living authentically. So, how can we get better at saying no? It starts with clarity. We need to know what we stand for, what we value, and what our goals are. When we have a clear sense of our direction and principles, it becomes easier to recognize which requests align with our path and which ones don't. Saying no doesn't have to be harsh or confrontational. It can be done with kindness and respect. We can express gratitude for the offer while firmly declining. Practicing saying no can be freeing. It removes unnecessary burdens and commitments, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. It also builds self-respect as we learn to honor our own needs and boundaries. Interestingly, saying no can also earn us greater respect from others. People will appreciate our clarity of purpose and our integrity, and we will feel more in control of our time and life. The power of letting go with indifference. How can we truly let go with indifference? It starts with understanding the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. We have control over our actions, our attitudes, and the values we live by. However, we cannot control the outcomes, the actions of others, or the forces of fate. Once we fully grasp this idea, we free ourselves from the frustration, anxiety, and disappointment that often arise from clinging to things beyond our control. But letting go with indifference does not mean we stop caring about things entirely. It means we care deeply about what is within our control, our efforts, our virtues, and our behavior. We accept the things we cannot control with equanimity, which means accepting them with calmness and without being disturbed. It's about investing our energy wisely, focusing on what we can do, and not getting attached to the results. Imagine the relief you would feel if you stopped stressing about things that didn't go your way, if you stopped getting caught up in dramas that don't align with your core values. Life would feel much lighter. This is the freedom that Stoicism offers, a path to peace and resilience, no matter what challenges come our way. So, how can we begin to practice this art of letting go with indifference? It begins with mindfulness, paying attention to our reactions and reminding ourselves of what we can control and what we cannot. This requires practice, just like any skill. We can start small by letting go of minor frustrations in daily life and gradually apply the same mindset to bigger challenges. As we continue practicing, we will notice something remarkable. The less we try to control the uncontrollable, the more control we gain over ourselves and our responses. We will find a new sense of calm and clarity, even when life feels chaotic. Through this journey, we learn that our true strength lies in our ability to choose how we respond. We can focus on what truly matters and let go of everything else with grace. Remember, the path to peace and fulfillment doesn't lie in external achievements, possessions, or accolades. It is found in the cultivation of virtues like resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. When we focus on what we can control and release what we cannot, we discover a deeper sense of peace. Thank you for being part of this journey today. By continuing to explore these principles, we grow stronger, wiser, and more grounded in purpose and meaning.